In the summer of 2018, I left my London home of 11 years and moved to Vienna. I started by searching its architecture for clues about my new society. Shortly after we arrived, as we all know, the global pandemic hit. My work really came to a standstill, my commissions, my photographic work. But to my surprise, the churches, especially the Catholic churches, remained open right the way across Europe. And I silently navigated these unorthodox spaces and attempted to understand how and who had realized them. There was a lot of examples of this style of church. And so I decided I would start documenting them. I first visited the Wotruba Catholic Church. It began life as a sculpture, the artist believing its design had been delivered by God in a dream. I was bewildered that this piece of progressive art, consisting of 152 irregular concrete blocks, had been commissioned by such a conservative institution. And I'd never seen anything like it before.
These are spaces which are cut out of the profane surrounding in order to form a space where you can communicate with a universal reality. We actually never considered this period of time as a compact, stylistic epoch. It has a name, but it is not considered as a coherent, compact, artistic production time. Also, modern architecture doesn't consider itself true sacral architecture. I don't know if a photographic book can change that, but yet these buildings are so much more intense than different other buildings.
What's really interesting is that you had such a conservative institution like the Catholic Church willing to work with modern young architects. This was the period when the church married the atheist architect and bore a child of pure form. For a church that depends on cultural relevance and architects that crave carte blanche, this was a marriage made in heaven. You don't have to be a religious man to find these places awe-inspiring. They're designed through the power of their architecture and the way they use light to give you a sense of the bigger picture. On the one hand, to feel weightless, but on the other hand, to feel tiny and very awestruck. Whilst their silence is powerful, it saddens me that they are, more often, uninhabited. Half a century on, this study traces how their materials and ideals have matured and patinated. They are to me future visions from the near past. And there is nothing quite like them in our architectural landscape.